saw a reel and it said, reminder husbands, we do not want breakfast in bed for Mother's Day. We really just want drinks on the patio with appetizers with our friends after a day of antiquing and not hearing mom every 5 seconds.
That honestly sounds like the perfect day.
It really does. I'd throw maybe a bookstore stroll
Yeah.
in there,
Yes.
but yeah.
I want to go shopping and touch all of the fabrics.
Oh, yes.
And he doesn't rush me. He'll just go sit outside and hang out. But even then I know he's there and I don't want to take too much time.
Yes.
Even though he's not like, let's go, let's go, let's go. If I'm like, I'm going to touch all these fabrics, he's like, I'm going to go sit out here. But I still just, I don't know.
I
Want no
love
responsibilities.
all the different textiles. Such a dream.
Mhm.
Think of all the things that you could do with it. It's endless possibility. I would like to travel to another planet right now. That is what this time of year is doing to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel
All
that.
right. I feel like I'm a big Debbie Downer today. I'm not trying to be. I'm just like, oh my
No,
gosh, life is so much right now.
it's real life.
And
So much.
yeah,
We have
so
47 plates in the air.
it was so many plates in the air, and we can't drop any of them because none of them are paper.
They're not glass. They're one of a kind porcelain, bone china that we will never be able to replace.
They are from our ancestors.
Yes.
Okay, so today we are going to talk about Nancy,
Yay, Nancy.
specific Nancy movies, right?
Yes. So I think
made,
we touched on it that
I made notes.
I love it. I made notes. So we've discussed the fact that Nancy only writes really strong female characters. And I think that that is what draws so many women to her movies because while we love a stay-at-home mom, we've been stay-at-home moms, we are stay-at-home moms. Nancy writes really strong female characters and she does it so well.
No matter what their situation.
No matter what their situation.
And that's the point. They don't have to be playing a specific role, right? No. Whether they're stay-at-home mom or yes, no matter what they're doing, they're strong and
successful and have very good interior designers.
Yes.
Their homes are all stunning.
And they all have one thing I kept thinking was they all have they're all very human. They all have big feelings, and it does not diminish their strength or their intelligence or their ability to cope with whatever their situations are.
No,
it just makes them human and relatable because that's kind of what life is.
It is. And I think we've talked about before, like the friends that let you in their house when they're just absolute wrecks, and you've also seen their house perfectly beautiful. The characters are kind of the same way. You get to see them at their lowest, you get to see them at their highest, but they're so real. And when we were first discussed this, Kate and I wanted to go over all of them. We were like, we're going to cram it all into an episode, maybe a two-parter. And then we were like, there's so many characters here. And there's so many layers. And we could be here until the cows come home. So we're going to split this up and do a few at a time. A multi-series, multi-parts. Also, they might not come out back to back to back. We're probably going to sprinkle some other fun things in. So I think we both picked one, right? You picked one, yes. I picked one. And we're just going to break down what we love about them and just talk some Nancy because that's why we're here. we love
exactly.
If we're talking about classic, she's queen of classic, and
truly,
I think that it'll just be a really fun little summer series. And if you want to watch the movies to go along with the podcasts, that'll give you something to watch. So, Kate, who did you pick?
So I picked Jane Adler from It's Complicated.
Right.
Not any rhyme or reason to that. It was just the most recent Nancy movie I had rewatched.
Yeah.
And so I picked that one.
Oh, I love it.
Now, you picked one I don't think I've seen before.
I unpicked her because I did not have time to watch the movie.
Oh, you unpicked her. Okay, that's fine.
Unpicked her. We will come back. Somebody on TikTok commented, I cannot even remember her name. It was a movie that I have never seen before, and I really want to see it. It was like an early Nancy movies, but I'm going with Amanda Woods because it's hot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like I needed some cold holiday vibes in my life. So we're going back
Love
with her.
that. I'm actually kind of glad you unpicked that because I did not have time to watch that movie either, and I really wanted to watch it before
Yes,
we talked about it.
I
Well,
I
you
want
talked about it, but
I want to give it its due. So
yeah,
maybe we'll find a time when we're not both spinning our porcelain
yeah,
grandmother's plates and we'll watch it not necessarily together, but
but at this around the same time, yes.
yeah. Okay, so tell me your favorite thing about Jane. Let's start. What does she do? What's her bio?
So she is like a pastry chef, basically.
Love.
Um, she can just whip up some fresh croissants like it's nobody's business.
Love a croissant.
I know, which now I'm definitely like, I think today's going to be like a baking day after talking about this. Everybody needs a baked good on a Friday.
Yes, we do.
But I think throughout the movie, her kitchen and baking in general is very symbolic.
Okay,
Um,
I love this.
so we can talk about that because one of the sort of story arcs is that she is remodeling her kitchen in her home to be
Okay,
like this beautiful. Is it in her home or is it at the bakery? She's remodeling one of these kitchens. Now I can't remember which one it was.
love it.
So either way, and that provides us with Steve Martin, who is the architect, who is not her architect that she's worked with before, but like a partner of the architect that she's worked with before. And so they have this sort of kind of flirty romance. And I think that's also representative of her like trying to figure out things. One of the things about Jane Adler is how she not intentionally makes mistakes, but she makes these very kind of big mistakes. I mean, she like gets back together briefly with her ex-husband and has kind of an affair with him, which of course is hilarious in a lot of different ways. But I like how human that story is and how it sort of talks about like all these feelings and other mistakes in life and how there's that history with him and that love that's still kind of there, but she doesn't need him. Like by the end of the movie, she's not the point of the movie is not that she is falling back in love with her ex-husband. It's like a visualization of her sort of grieving process. I think it's been like 10 or 15 years at this point later, and how she's had to sort of grieve what she thought was going to be, what her life was going to look like, and realize that the possibility of the future is also still beautiful and valuable, and she doesn't need her life to look the way that she thought it might in the
I
past.
love that. And that's so relatable. Like
Yeah.
I was telling somebody just recently about wedding dress shopping and how when you grow up, you have visions of your wedding in your mind and what you think your dress is going to look like. And you might have very strong opinions about what you think this is going to be. And then you get in the shop and that's not the dress that you like.
Yeah.
And you're like, it's not the same as in my head. And you find a different one and you're like, this is the one that I truly love, but it's not what I thought it was going to be. And reconciling that is very hard.
Yeah.
I think life is like that. Like you end up somewhere and you're like, this is not at all what I thought was going to happen,
Right.
but I'm so happy that I'm here.
Yes.
But justifying that is just it's complicated.
It's complicated. So such a great title. Okay, I'm gonna go down a little bit of a rabbit hole here, but there is a book that came out I think it just came out last week. It's by Annie B. Jones, who owns the bookshelf in Thomasville, Georgia.
Okay.
I've followed her online for ages, but she just published a new book, and I'm gonna have to look it up to remember the title. But it is about basically that thing. Like she stayed, she had these aspirations and she thought she was gonna, leave her hometown, and then she ended up kind of staying very close to where she grew up in this small town, owning this bookstore, and how there's so much beauty in that as
Oh,
well. But it's called Ordinary Time: Lessons Learned While Staying Put.
I
Um,
love that.
so it also has a very cute cover.
Ooh.
But can you see that?
Oh, I love that. What I can see the color blocking, but I can't read it. What is it? What is it?
It's like it's the bookshop. It's the front of the bookshop, and the different colors are the windows.
Love that.
Um, so anyway, that is on my to read list. But I'm so bummed she was here. She was in town at, I think, at Little Professor,
Oh,
um, maybe earlier this week. I don't what is time anymore. I don't know. But recently, and I was like, oh man, I wish I had known about that beforehand.
yeah.
Um, we went to that bookshop, like I was pregnant with Walter, so like 6 years ago. We were going to Disney, and so we made a little detour there because I had been like podcast fangirling, and it's such a cute little town. Definitely go through Thomasville if you're ever headed like down to Florida, and it's
Yeah.
on the way. Like the perfect, cute little like Stars Hollow of the South kind of town. It was adorable.
So you're
And the
telling me I need
bookshop
a
was,
road trip.
yeah, it was really cute.
That's
I
amazing.
would like to go back. We still have several of the books. Like we let the kids pick out books and stuff.
Another book coming out that I'm pre-ordering today, The Wishbone Kitchen Cookbook drops next week. I'm here
Oh,
for it.
I need to write that down.
Yep.
Um,
I'm so excited. Now her press tour has been changed because she tore her ACL skiing. So she's had surgery and it's been a whole thing. Um, so I don't know if she's actually going on book tour now.
well, that's
I
good.
know. But I'm super excited because we all know I love some Wishbone Kitchen recipes. And
Yeah.
I just love her. She could be a very strong Nancy Meyers character. Like going from personal chef in the Hamptons to owning her own house in the Hamptons. Like
Yeah.
she's killing it. Girl bossing, way too close to the sun. But I'm like a huge Wishbone Kitchen fan.
Yay. Well, that's exciting.
About to cook that.
You're 10 out of 10 with your cookbook recommendations.
Right?
So,
Caroline is excellent, right? Caroline
yes,
Chambers.
Caroline Chambers. I love that cookbook, and everything I've made out of there has been delicious.
Which what have you made
I did
next?
the dilly salad,
Ooh.
really good.
Yeah.
And then I did, oh, I don't remember what else I did. I'd have to go look it back up. Oh, no, I didn't do that. I was gonna do the steak salad, and I ran out of olive oil. So I didn't do that.
That sounds
Um,
amazing though. I need to do that. I need to place a grocery order because I traded something on Facebook Marketplace this week.
oh,
I got that wicker set on my
yeah.
back patio and it was one of my friends and she didn't need it anymore. And I was like, "What can I pay you for this?" And she was like, "Can you make me some lemon bars?" Yes, I
Yes.
can. So I need to make sure I have everything to deliver her lemon squares this weekend.
Yum. Okay, I'm gonna need you to share your lemon square recipe also,
Well,
because that has been on my like to learn to make
I need
list
to
for a
find it.
while.
They're so
My
good.
mom and I are obsessed with Edgar's lemon square.
I had some this week. Oh, they're so thick. Like,
Yes.
oh,
You
they
can
were
only like a quarter of one at a time, but they're so
oh,
delicious.
I ate a whole one.
Okay. Okay, what else do I want to say about Jane Adler? Let me see. Oh, I know something else I wanted to say about her. I loved, and this is a pretty minor part of the movie, but she has like a handful of friends that are over at her house, and she confesses to them like what is happening, and they are so supportive of her
Oh,
and like not judgmental at all, and just like tell us everything, what's happening, what's going on. And I just loved that. I loved that picture of female friendship
yeah,
and not like gossipy, judgmental.
right.
Like they weren't behind her back on the side, like, can you believe she
Right.
did this? They were just like, okay, we're doing this.
The
Let
original embodiment of we listen and we don't judge.
Yes, we listen and we don't judge. Um,
We all need that because we're all gonna make mistakes.
yes. And I
And
think that's where the strength in these characters comes from a lot of times is the just flawed humanness of them.
Yes.
And that's where we get our strength.
I love that.
People in general.
Okay, has she inspired you to do anything other than make a croissant? Which I want
um
to let me know when they're ready.
no, I'm like, has she inspired me to do anything?
Or not do something. Either one.
No, I not that I can think of. Like, I love the whole like her comfort baking. And I think that is always inspiring. Like,
Yeah.
that's a way you show love and care to your people if
Mhm.
it's something you enjoy.
For sure.
And I need to, and I aspire to that. I am not very good at it right now. I feel like
it's
I have not gotten out of my cooking slump that we talked about a few weeks ago. I'm still struggling through. It's so hard when you have like so many different palettes, we'll say.
oh yes, for
Yes.
sure. We took the real easy way out this week at school because, like I said, I worked 4 days in a row.
Mhm.
And I was like, Chad, we need to do this. You know, you and I have talked about the fact that we're pretty much an ingredients household. I don't buy a lot of prepackaged things. I'm gonna make you a snack. I'm not gonna give you a bag of chips. We bought a lot of bags of chips. We bought Uncrustables. We bought Lunchables. And every day this week, it has just been grab this. I would send the girls in the pantry and I'm like, get a baggie of chips for lunch and get a baggie of chips for snack. Make
Yep.
them be different, please. Like,
Yep.
this week that was necessary.
Yep.
And we listen and we don't judge because next
Nope.
week they'll have fresh fruit again. But this week, I'm like, we're just surviving over here.
Yep. And that is okay.
Yeah.
We will be surviving like that for the next 15 school days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then into the summer, going to the pool. Although usually with the pool, I have those snackle boxes and I start off really strong and I'm making like fresh pasta salad and cut up fruit and all the things.
Yeah.
And then a few weeks in, we're like,
I do. I feel pool eating is some of our best eating though.
It starts off so good, but by the end of the summer, the girls are like eating pretzels out of the giant, like not even an individual.
Yeah.
Colin was just like lounging on the lounger, eating out of the giant bag, and I'm like, we're fine. We're tan. We're happy.
Yep. Have we talked about Publix popcorn chicken? Did we talk about that?
Ooh, I don't think so, but I do love Publix food.
So I think that is going to be one of our go-to pool meals this year because we typically have like a couple of friends, like families with us at the pool usually. And we kind of like a lot of times we'll order pizza and have it delivered to the pool and just split it. But I did for preschool Easter party, I did Publix popcorn chicken. It was like $20 for this huge thing of popcorn chicken. And my kids loved it. They ate it for lunch, like until it was gone for several days. And I was like, this is gonna be full lunch, like protein done.
Done. That's all you need. Protein and some hydration.
Yeah. So I think that's gonna be a big win. Because they would eat it cold too, which is like that doesn't happen very often.
No, I love that.
Yeah.
That's my list.
Add it to your list.
The Publix meatball sub is way better than a Subway meatball sub.
Oh,
they're so
I've never
good.
had that before. Okay, good to know. Good to know.
I got my nails done last night. There's a Subway right next door, and so I grabbed sandwiches for the way home. And I don't know how many meatballs I would assume comes on a meatball sub at Subway. 6 inches. What do you think?
Probably like 5 at minimum.
3. Right? And they were like maybe a $50 size. They were tiny little dinky meatballs. And I was not impressed it was way too expensive for really dinky meatballs. And like Chad doesn't want everything else on his sandwich. Like pepperonis, meatballs, cheese. He's not loading it up with like you don't need more space for vegetable.
Right.
Give him the meatballs, please. They're on my list now.
Yeah.
Not going back there.
Yeah, Subway is not my favorite. One of my kids is obsessed with Subway though.
Yeah. So. I love the chicken teriyaki sub. Like mine was very good, but I was just really disappointed with the amount
of the meatball.
especially because the Publix ones are like massive and just excellent. It's the best pub sub, in my opinion.
Nice. That's good to know. All right. Do you want to tell us about your holiday character?
Yes.
I
All
can't
right.
remember her name now.
So I'm going back to Amanda Woods,
Yes.
inspired by the fact that I've been hot this week and it's set in Christmas. So that's the Cameron Diaz character, and she lives in LA. She's a movie she's a trailer producer. So she makes the trailers for the movies, which I just think creatively is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Um I've always talked about how I like to be creative in restraints, and that is one. I don't know, if I wasn't doing this job, I would love to make movie trailers, like find the best scenes and cut it together. And
Yeah.
anyway, I love that part about her. But she swaps houses because her boyfriend, I think, is cheating on her, so she kicks him out. And I've never done this, and hopefully we'll never do this, but I love her yelling at him over the balcony and throwing all of his clothes off the balcony.
Yeah.
Like, I think that there's like a gardener there at the time, and they're just looking at her like, what is happening? And I love it. I love it so much. And the boyfriend is the guy from 27 Dresses. Um, so he's like, oh, I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. And yeah, definitely was cheating on her. She throws him out. And she swaps houses with Kate Winslet, who I also love, but we can talk about her later. She's her own strong character.
Yeah.
But for this one, it's Amanda. And she goes to England and she's like, I don't want any men. And Kate Winslet's like, don't worry, there's no men here, because she's having her own men drama. And I just love that she like takes herself on vacation and she's like, I'm just gonna go do this. And she goes to this little cottage and she stocks up on snacks, which she does the girl dinner elite, this woman.
Yeah.
As she's like marching through the supermarket, adding all the things to her buggy, drinking the wine in the supermarket. And I'm like, if I was going through a really intense heartbreak, that's probably how I would handle it as an adult, or like an adult, I guess we should say. Anyway, I just love her that she, again, has very strong opinions and she's very successful. And even though she's going through a bit of a slump, like she's gonna absolutely just beast it at life. And of course, she meets the ever so wonderful Jude Law. Like, how do we not love Jude Law?
Especially in that. I mean, I love Jude Law anyway.
Yes.
But
Mr.
especially in the holiday.
I love him. And I love how she like keeps seeing like female names pop up on his phone, and she handles that so well. Like, she doesn't confront him, she's just looking at it, and like she sees it and she's registering it, but she's not coming at him, and she's like, I am just gonna let him come to me. And then when she shows up at his house, it's his daughters, and it's just, that's such a fun twist, I think. But I love that she's like, screw this life, this is not what I'm not accepting this. You're not gonna do this to me. I'm gonna go give myself a little bit of a reset. And she does it in like the biggest boss way, and then happens to meet Jude Law, which is incredible.
Yeah.
And I love her.
Yay.
So, side note that she can't cry. I cry all the time.
Oh yeah.
That is not me at all. But I don't know. I just love the idea of this really fabulous woman coming to London and being cozy and, finding herself again and learning to trust again. And I think that when you're cheated on, like, you lose.
Yeah.
And she does. I wish we knew what happens to them at the end, because they both fall in love with men who live on different continents. I'm like, I want part two.
I also love Jack Black in that movie.
Me too. He's so talented.
He's so great.
Yeah. I love it. And Arthur, the little old man, he's
yes.
His little theme. I'm like, oh, such a fun, like, it's just such a heartwarming story.
It is. It's a hugely heartwarming story.
It's the best.
I need to rewatch that one. It's been a minute.
Yeah, well, in a few months it'll be Christmas again.
Don't say that.
It's May. You have half a year. Speaking of Queen Nancy, again, we love her. Mm-hmm. And we talked about following Annie, her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So her Instagram is this oak house, because she's right in the house. And I have been on a Peggy Martin Rose kick recently.
Yes.
I want to plant a Peggy so bad. Me and ChatGPT have had long discussions on, is she going to go on this side of my house? Is she going to go on that side of my house? Like, I want a big, giant climbing rose.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so it's been on my mind. Been like watching. I've got, I think, another week that I can technically plant her before it's too hot. So I'm like
Okay.
ready to do it. Well, Annie is showing her backyard hardscape, and she has this rose. And I was like, she's got four. It's like it must be a pergola. Like I haven't seen a backed up view of it, but there's four posts, and there's roses at each one, and
Mm-hmm.
they're these massive, like yellow to ivory blooms. And she said, like, oh, what? It was so hard to understand her, and she just like said it really fast. And I was like, I must have this flower. So it's called the Old Wallerton. It's a David Austin climbing rose,
Yes.
and I ordered it immediately. I'm like, sorry, Peggy, you have been replaced for the time being. We're going because I love a big fluffy bloom.
Yeah.
Peggy is beautiful, but if you're not familiar, she's got like smaller cluster
Mm-hmm.
blooms. Um, Beautiful in their own right. She climbs, I think, like 15 feet is about her
Mm-hmm.
max, is what I've been reading. This one I think is only going to go to 12. But I was like, this is what I needed. And anything that comes out of her mouth immediately sells out. So I had no time to think. I was like, where can I
No.
get one of these? Where is it in stock? It's coming.
Speaking of flowers, I have a garden update. My zinnias are sprouting. They're looking very happy. The weather
Yay.
has been cooperating. We've gotten lots of rain and there's like some baby flowers in there.
Oh,
Um, and my hydrangea that survived the winter in a pot on my side yard is blooming. I just noticed it's had little like kind of the beginnings of blooms. But
right.
I noticed when I was coming home this morning, I saw some pink.
Oh.
Saw
I
some
need
pink.
to go check on mine and see. There was one little bud out there. But
I'm gonna
my
have to go look.
my seeds are still not happy. Like there's some they have
Oh.
sprouted and they're like an inch tall. But
Well,
I'm like, shouldn't you be like it's May? Shouldn't you be growing?
it takes a long time. Okay, what else do we need to talk about?
We need obsessions and
We
confessions.
need obsessions and confessions. And I feel like my first confession should be that I have too many obsessions.
I love it.
I have like five, I think.
Oh, that's fun.
I did want to talk about real quick a book because I have
Okay.
not talked about books in a while on
Yeah, lay
here.
it on me.
In my book club, we just read Broken Country. I cannot remember the author right now, but this book is everywhere and it was so good. So good. And this does not count as an obsession, but that's why I'm talking about it separately.
I love it.
Had to check something off the list. It was so good, so layered, such a beautiful story. If you need something good to read that is heavy, but not too heavy and has redemption and English countryside
That sounds
and
beautiful.
writers and Oxford, then this is for you.
Love it.
Really, really good.
Oh,
Absolutely loved it.
what's it called again?
It's called Broken Country.
Broken.
I can tell you the author's name in 1 second.
Not to be confused with Brokeback Mountain.
Not to be confused with Brokeback Mountain. Broken Country. The author is Claire Leslie Hall.
Okay. I love it.
It
Would it be a good pool read, beach read?
I'm not the person to ask that question
Okay.
because I would read anything anywhere. I'm not a situational reader. Like whatever
Right.
I'm reading wherever I am is what I'm
You
reading.
just enjoy it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is not a lighthearted. I would not consider it a traditional beach read.
Okay.
It is
Good to
not
know.
lighthearted.
Yeah, we want it. To me, a beach pool read is lighthearted.
Yes. No, you're gonna wanna like I will be unpacking this mentally for a while. You're gonna be unpacking it.
Okay.
It's layered. But everyone at book club loved it, and that like never happens because we all have different things that we like, and that's also fine. Like, that's something we all like too. Is we don't always like the same things, and that's great. But everybody was like, it was so good. It was so good. It was so good. But if you do need a good beach read, there's a new Emily Henry out.
Ooh, I've heard there was a new Emily Henry. I do like
And
her.
I can't remember the name of it right now. I haven't read it yet. I don't have it. I actually haven't read hers from last year still. And I need to because I like her books a lot.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Love it.
Yes. So now we can do for real obsessions and confessions.
Okay.
Do you want to go first?
Sure.
I'm not convinced.
Fine. It's fine. I'm gonna throw a laudable ad in here because I just
Go for it.
Them for 4 hours this morning.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say my like this morning obsession is my wantable box that came in. I've worked with them on my Instagram for a few months. I started work with them like last fall, I think, and I always request the same stylist because we're evolving, and it's if you don't know what it is, it's kind of like Stitch Fix, or it's one of those you fill out a quiz, tell them what you like. I love that you can tell them like what your price point is too.
Mhm.
And they have different items across all different price points that they'll send you. So you're not like locked into like really expensive clothes or really like non-expensive things that you might wear once. Like there's such a good range, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, I work with the same stylist. I always send her notes back of like what I like, what I don't love as much, what I wish she would change, what I need in my wardrobe, like where the gaps are. And this box nailed it. And I want to keep all of them. Um, we've got like muslin, yeah, that's the word, like the baby blanket material, pants, and I got 2 dresses, and it's perfect. So currently obsessing over this box and trying to figure out how to wear everything all at the same time.
Yeah. It looked beautiful.
So good. So I enjoy them a lot. I don't have a code or a discount, or I would give it to you. But you
Well,
can shop it through my link in my bio
there you go.
on my Instagram.
Everybody go to Emily's bio and click on
Yes.
that.
But I just love it. I love shopping anyway, but I know some people really don't love shopping. So if you need to fill spaces in your wardrobe, like it's fun for me because she will pick out things that I would not. But if she sends it to me, I'm gonna try it on, and then sometimes I put it on and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Or you can request things and then you put it on, and you're like, oh, I don't love it as much as I thought I would. Super easy. They send you an envelope that's prepaid postage to return it. I schedule a pickup on my porch, like I don't have to leave the house. It's perfect. So
nice.
That is my obsession.
And the reel that you posted with all the stuff, I was thinking I want to touch all these textiles. Like back to that conversation, it looks very
everything is so. I'm wearing the pants right now. They're
breezy
so soft.
and soft and perfect for summer.
Coastal grandmother summer.
Yep. It looked great.
Tomato, the tomato girl, coastal grandmother. It's all the same, and we're here for it.
Yes.
Confession. Back to my nails, because I know that was a confession a few weeks ago.
I love your nail confession.
The confession before, just to refresh your memory, was that I hated the pointy. I went around and I hated the round. I love the pointy. They were just way too long. So I've asked for short almond. They're still kind of long. But anyway, we went butter yellow because that is the color of the season. That's butter yellow French.
Oh, okay. I can tell now. I couldn't tell at first.
Yeah. And it's the least classic thing about me, but I love them. And my goal is to not let them go 6 weeks this time so that they do not get so long.
Yeah, for sure.
As they were like, I'm like getting into world's longest nail territory with it was not that bad. But that should be my confession, is that after I said I was done with the pointy, I'm just not.
You're not done with the pointy. But you found something that you like.
I do. I love it. And yesterday it was pouring down rain when I was at a house shooting, and Chad texted me and was like, "Hey, just checking that your sunroof is closed." It is. Thank you for checking on me. Anyway.
That's funny.
I know. Okay, your go.
My go. Okay. Oh wait. Okay. Can I have multiples? I have so many things to say this week because I feel like we haven't talked in forever.
I know.
I'm gonna do my confessions first.
Okay.
Number one confession: my youngest rowdy child is graduating from preschool next week, and I am not okay. I'm not okay. I never thought I was going to be this mom, but I'm not okay. I am actively trying to figure out how to not enroll him in kindergarten. Just, I don't know. I'm not ready for big kid school.
No.
I've done it twice already.
You're well versed.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready to let his babyhood go.
Oh,
I'm so sad.
I know.
His teacher keeps texting pictures saying, like, we're doing the last few days, you know, this and this and this. I'm just like,
He's the best.
oh. So that's my number one confession. My second confession is much sillier. So it goes along with an obsession. So Emily, you know that I have been obsessed with these TJ Maxx beaded bags.
Yes.
And I think I might be over it.
Oh no.
I
Over
think
it
I might
because you
be
can't
over
find the
it.
one you want? Or you're tired of the hunt or you're tired of the bag?
I think I'm just over the hunt. I think I don't
Okay.
care. I thought I cared and it was very fun. And then I went to like 4 different TJ Maxx locations and 2 Marshalls locations last week. And I was like, I have wasted a lot of time.
Got burnt out on the bag.
Could have done a lot of other things than look for
Oh.
these bags.
Well, you made some great TikToks.
Thanks. I did have fun doing that. I probably will continue to do that because I do stop in Marshalls all the time.
Yeah.
And I did find a couple of the bags.
You
And I
did.
think I'm keeping them.
They're adorable.
I have not fully decided. Definitely found a blue and white beaded one. I'm definitely keeping it for fancy friend dinners.
Love.
But the only problem is all of my clothes are also blue and white. So it's just gonna be a whole thing. It's gonna be a whole thing.
It coordinates.
But and I got the lemon beaded bag too, and I think I'm gonna keep it. Not the little one, but the bigger one. It's a crossbody thing, and I think I'll actually wear it. So
that sounds perfect.
yeah. So those are my confessions. Obsessions. I am obsessed with Mediterranean bowls right now. Like that is my hyperfixation lunch. Tzatziki sauce, hummus, whatever random protein I have on hand. One day it was chicken nuggets with some tomato and cucumber and some Greek seasoning.
Done.
Oh, and feta. Any excuse to eat feta cheese, I'm fine with.
Yep.
So I am obsessed with that. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to have that for lunch or something else today because I have some options. Oh, okay. I have two. I have another. My other obsessions are sort of related because they're both TV shows.
Okay.
So, did you know that they have made a reboot of Matlock?
No.
Well, they have. And Kathy Bates is Matlock.
Oh my gosh.
And it is so good.
Where is it?
Show is bringing me so much joy. I think it's hysterical. And Kathy Bates is a genius, which we all already knew.
Yes.
But I love it. I think it's a CBS show, and I'm watching it. Something that's attached to my Amazon Prime Video account. I think Paramount Plus, maybe.
Okay.
Something that's on there. You can find it online anyway. I think it's on Hulu too because it's
I love
a network show. So, and probably like YouTube TV. Okay, so that. And then my other show obsession is the new Stacey London and Clinton Kelly.
They have a new TV show?
Yes.
I
also,
love Stacey.
It is on Prime Video and it is called Wear Whatever the F You Want. Mom and Dad, don't come at me and wash my 40-year-old mouth out with soap. It's just one letter. I didn't say the word.
I need it.
The title is not the word either. I'm just saying because my mom and dad would be like, my mom is over there like, I'm coming to wash your 40-year-old mouth out. But it is so nostalgic. It is giving all the what not to wear vibes, except with like more positivity. I think.
Right.
Or at least that's like what they're like vocalizing that.
Right.
But I love it. It's super fun. I don't know how many episodes there are. I've only watched 2. But I love it.
Perfect.
Super.
And it's my list.
Yeah. I don't know how many Matlock episodes there are either. I think there's a whole season out, but it is great also. So
I love
now everyone knows how I've wasted all of my time lately. Beaded bags and TV shows.
I love it. I've just been asleep.
All right. Do we have anything else that we need to say?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right.
Just
We gonna just the thing. Just can we do it?
Can we do it? Yes, we can.
Okay.
Okay.
Button
Button
up,
up, Buttercup.
Buttercup. That was close. That was really close.
I think that's about as close as we're gonna get it.
I think so too.
I
think
love
we
it.
succeeded. We still need hats.
We do. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us.
This was great.
Fun.
Follow along. Go check out
Yeah.
Emily's Wantable box. I
Wantable.
want to go get a Wantable box now for sure. Sounds like so much fun.
It really is. I love it.
We'll do this again next week.
Yep. See you later.